Well, as we dive into hour number 2 tonight, Coach John Quintero with you to 9 o'clock. Coming up bottom of the hour, president of the Lake Elsinore Storm, Dave Oster, going to join us 8 o'clock hour. John Maffey from the Union Tribune. We're going to talk about the top baseball prospects for the June draft coming up on June 6th. But right now, we're going to talk a little Aztec football. If you have not heard, earlier today, the Mighty 1090 and San Diego State jointly announced that the Aztecs will once again become the radio home for all their sports, football, basketball, little baseball, little women's basketball, starting with the fall campaign. And we're very much looking forward to this gentleman firing a lot of touchdown passes for Rocky Long's football team, and that is senior quarterback, as he joins us right now, Adam Dingwell, a guy that really came on the scene late last year when the Aztecs rallied for that big win, 39-38 in overtime against the Nevada Wolfpack. And Adam, welcome to the Western Exterminator Hotline. How are you tonight?
Hey, Coach, I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing great. Very excited about you guys coming back to the Mighty 1090, and hopefully you're firing that ball all over the field with a new offensive coordinator and all-around great guy, Bob Toledo.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait to get out there on the field again and show everybody what we got this year.
Hey, Andy Ludwig, I thought really had a great season last year as an offensive coordinator. And, that little throwback to Gavin Escobar for that big touchdown and boy, that was a gamble. That's not an easy play to execute. And for a guy that hadn't played a whole lot, you threw a perfect ball to him, and you guys end up scoring and winning that ball game. And Coach Ludwig moved on, and they bring in Bob Toledo. And are there a lot of differences, similarities? Kind of break those two guys down, because both of those guys have had great success in their coaching careers.
Yeah, Coach Ludwig, he did a great job for us, and he was at a place where he wanted to be for a long time now. So hope everything goes well with him. And we were all real excited to get Coach Toledo in here. As far as the offenses go, they're pretty similar. Coach Toledo is more of a West Coast pro-style offense, which I'm excited to actually get out there and play some games running his offense. But we had a really solid spring, and they threw a lot at us, and we all picked it up pretty fastly, and now it's on us for the summer to just keep the ball rolling.
Hey, last year when you guys were playing that game against Nevada, I was sitting in my living room going absolutely bonkers on that Saturday night. And, Ryan Katz, who was doing a really nice job both throwing and running, he goes down, and all of a sudden, boom, your number's called, and you came in and played absolutely fantastic. And you were probably kind of saying to yourself, heck, I could have done this. I just never been given a whole lot of opportunities.
Yeah, Katz, he did have a great year, and I wish him the best of luck here in the NFL with the Broncos. And, as my job as a backup quarterback, for the few games I was last year was just to, keep trying to get better at practice and doing whatever I could to help make the team better. And, coaches taught me that ever since I've been there. I'd learned that from some of the other guys that I'd played under. And, I just was always ready when my number was called. And, it happened to be in the Nevada game. And, it was a great team win. It really wasn't about me at all.
Well, you fired 3 touchdown passes coming off the bench. I think a lot of people thought, hey, we found another quarterback. We got 2 guys now on this roster rather than just one. And you went through spring. Once again, you're going to start the year as the number 1 quarterback. And what was it like during spring practice, knowing that you were going to get the majority of the reps?
It was exciting. I was just ready to get out there and, kind of meet Coach Toledo and see how he was as a coach. And just learn the offense. That's the biggest thing. I got tons of reps, which was great. And it was also good, watch some of the younger guys get out there and compete and, perfect their talent and help them out. So it was a real good spring. And, it's always nice to know, that you're going to be out there on the field playing with all those other guys.
Adam Dingwell, starting quarterback for San Diego State, joining us on the Western Exterminator Hotline tonight on the Mighty 1090. Tell me a little bit about Rockwall, Texas, and Rockwall High School.
Yeah, that's my hometown where I grew up and went to high school. It's a lot of fun. I still have a couple friends here that I see every now and then when I get to come home. And I had great coaches in high school and throughout my childhood, And I feel like they helped mold me into the player I've become, along with my parents. And I kind of just took it and tried to make the best opportunity out of it. And I feel like I've done a pretty good job at that so far.
Now, Rockwall, Texas, where is that actually located?
It's around Dallas area, about 15 minutes away from Dallas.
So did you guys play like DeSoto and Duncanville and Thomas Jefferson, some of those schools?
No, we didn't. When I was at Rockwall, we were my sophomore year, we were a 5A school. We played, South Lake Carroll, Allen, South Garland, North Garland, some of those schools. And then we dropped down to 4A my junior and senior year. And those years we played Highland Park, Rockwall Heath. They were a big crosstown rival of ours, Royce City. Some teams that were more local, I guess you could say.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, some of those schools that you rattled off are awful good.
Oh, yeah. We had some real good games back in high school. I'll never forget those.
Hey, you really had kind of an interesting high school career. You were on a baseball team that won the state championship, and that is definitely saying something in the state of Texas. And, of course, you were a football guy. You were the captain your senior year in basketball. You even ran track. How did you run track during baseball season? Would you leave practice and go over and run a couple events and then come back?
Well, what happened, I started playing baseball after my sophomore year, so track was one thing that the football coaches kind of got me into to, just work on speed and kind of stay in running shape, I guess you will. And, I wasn't always the fastest guy out there, but, I never hurt to go out there and just run and compete because I love, going out there and trying to win everything I do.
So, baseball, you guys won a state championship and then you retire?
Well, I won a state championship at my private school. I'd gone to private school all the way up till 9th grade. And then we won a state championship there, and I ended up moving to Rockwall and going to Rockwall High School my sophomore through senior year. I played my sophomore year, and then I hung up the cleats and just wanted to focus on football and, try and perfect the talent.
Now, a lot of people, I think, would say, how does a guy from Rockwall, Texas, end up at San Diego State? And I did a little research, and I found prior to your senior year, you actually went to a San Diego State football camp?
Yeah, let's see. The first time I really talked to San Diego State was after a spring practice going into my junior year. Coach Funk, who's now at Michigan, came down there and talked to me after practice and invited me out to the camp. And then I came out with by myself, but that was when Coach Hoke and Borges and all those guys were still here. And after the camp, they offered me, and, I loved it out here for the little time that I was here. And then ended up committing and doing the official and all that other stuff. And, I'm real glad it's the decision I made. I love San Diego State.
Adam, you're a great guy because we have a lot of parents that listen and young athletes that listen to my program. I've been doing this a long time, and we're visiting with Adam Dingwell, the starting quarterback at San Diego State. Now, I just had a conversation with a couple of parents last night out in front of my home. Their boy is a senior this year and going to be going to Purdue University. He's a baseball player, and I was just saying, hey, it's not going to be easy. You're going to be, in another part of the country you're not familiar with. You've got coaches that know you, but hey, you got to get the job done. And, to a degree, maybe early in your career, you don't get the time of day as much as a freshman as you would if you were a regular starter. And talk a little bit about the adjustment. Going just from Texas to California is an adjustment, let alone coming into a great university and kind of trying to earn your stripes. Because there had to be some nights you wanted to call home and just say, man, it's really tough out here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But the one thing I could say is all the guys that were here before me, they did a great job. Ryan Lemley is one that, comes to mind. He kind of took me under his wing and, showed me the ropes of how to be a quarterback and how to act when you're, out in public. And, people always have eyes on you. So I just try to be the same guy day in and day out. And, yeah, at times it was hard being a freshman far away from home. And, you always have your parents and your foundation back home, which you can rely on, which is always good to know. But, I kind of, just listened to the seniors and the guys who were older than me. I didn't talk much as a freshman. I just tried to absorb as much as I could.
How tough is it to learn a college playbook?
It was a lot different in high school for me, especially because we ran shotgun the whole time in high school. So coming in here, I kind of had to learn how to take a drop back from under center and things of that nature. But, like I said, I've been around great coaching staffs ever since I've been here, and they've done nothing but help me become a better player and learn which I'm very thankful for.
Okay, Adam, what does your summer consist of? I would imagine being the starting quarterback and a guy that definitely earned a lot of respect last year for how you took over the job and what you did when you took it over. I would imagine you're probably the ringleader this summer of getting guys together and working out. What are your summer plans with your teammates?
The first thing and foremost, summer school. I'll be in 2 classes this summer and want to, help or do good in those classes, get some good grades. But as far as football goes, be in the weight room or the locker room as much as possible. The coaches can't be around us as much in the summer, so it's kind of on the players to, get things rolling and be on top of the ball, which, I this year want to take more of a leadership role, I guess you could say, and get guys out there on the field, whether they're young or older, and just make sure we're all together and on the same page.
Hey, as a group, are the guys happy they're staying in the Mountain West Conference, not going to the Big East?
Yeah, I think so. The Mountain West Conference, it's a great conference. It's a tough conference, and we're excited about the teams we get to play this year and where we get to play this year. The Big East is also a great conference, and that would have been a fun thing to kind of adventure into. But, we're happy with the Mountain West. We love it here. We get to play, some teams that we have some rivalries with and everything, so we're excited.
Well, you guys have got a very, very challenging schedule. I know you open up on August 31st against Eastern Illinois. Then you go to Ohio State. You're home to Oregon State. Boy, you guys really have your work cut out for you this year. It's a great challenge, but a great opportunity.
Yeah, it is. We're real excited about it. But, a lot of people talk about Ohio State and Oregon State. But really all we're focused on right now is Eastern Illinois, like you said, on August 31st. That's the one game that matters the most right now, and then, once that one's out of the way, we'll move on to the next one.
Hey, Adam, we'll look forward to doing this many, many times over the next year, my friend, and very excited about you and the guys going to be back on this radio station, and we'll get a lot of the great stories of the Aztec players over the airwaves, and look forward to hearing a lot of great wins from the Aztec football program, and hopefully on the way to a 4th consecutive bowl. Finish up school strong, and I'm sure we'll catch up with you sometime during the summer.
All right, Coach. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Adam Dingwell, starting quarterback.